Talk about your involvement.
Yeah, they put out a broadcast in the downtown area of two subjects wanted for the auto theft and kidnapping from Covington. We were bouncing from location to location, and we happened to be going down west on 6th Street, approaching Vine. I saw a couple of subjects that happened to match the description of the driver and the passenger that were in the stolen car. And once I made eye contact with them, the female subject went into the Arby's, and then the male subject noticed that I was sitting in the intersection on a green light, realized who I was, and he decided once I started coming over to him, he was going to go into the Arby's also. So let him know on the radio that I had a couple subjects that matched the description, got down, another car showed up, we went in, made the arrest.
Uneventful, pretty much, or nothing is ever uneventful, but in terms of just your normal routine?
Yeah, nothing's routine in this job. You know, they could have taken off on a run, or they could have turned and fought, but pretty straightforward, easy arrest.
Now, did you actually make the arrest per se? I'm going to move. Did you actually make the arrest per se, or was it the other officers, the additional help, mutual aid?
It was one officer assisted getting the male subject in custody. I got the female subject in custody.
When they saw you and realized you were on horseback, I mean, the size of it, and you were right there looking at them, what did they think, do you think? Did any response from them?
No response. The male subject was talking to a cabbie, trying to use a stolen GPS to maybe barter his way back over to Kentucky. The female walked about 10 feet back and was peeking him out from behind the columns, realized that I wasn't going anywhere and I was taking a hard look at him. And next thing you know, here we are.
Yeah, did they say anything to you, or gave any indication, any communication between the two of you, the three of you?
The male subject, once he was placed into custody, and another officer showed up with some surveillance photos from the location of the actual theft. He said, yeah, it was me.
When you hear about a child taken in a car like that, what kind of thoughts go through your mind in a situation where you're on the lookout for somebody you really don't know what to expect?
It's scary. You know, today's society, a lot of people have gotten away from, you know, personal contact. You know, don't ever leave your kid in a car. You're walking into the Shell station for 10 seconds to pay for your fuel. You know, this is what happens, or can happen, and luckily, you know, the child was dropped off unharmed.
Was it suspicious behavior? Because she had obviously changed out of the original description.
It's just one of those feelings when you look at somebody and you've heard the description repeated for the last 45 minutes, you're out looking for them. You know, everything's a little bit enhanced. You know, he had his jacket on inside out, so you see the stitching on the inside out. You know, that's an indicator. She looked at me a couple of times and just decided, you know, I don't want to be anywhere near this guy. He's giving me the hard eye.
Well, just the idea of it being able to participate in the safe recovery of the child, your thoughts and feelings on that?
I'm just, you know, thankful that the child was dropped off unharmed. I mean, you know, I'm not sure how that transpired, but once we heard that the child had been found along with the van, you know, it eases your mind a bit, but now you want to make sure that this doesn't happen again.
And the advice to parents?
If you're going to leave your child in the car, don't. Take your child with you. It may be an inconvenience, but you know, that 30 seconds of unbuckling them out of the car seat can save you a world of heartache.